Are we live? Yes, I guess we are live. আমি আনিশা আছি আপনাদের সাথে at Radio Foorti 88 FM and আজকে আমাদের সাথে অনেক স্পেশাল একজন গেস্ট আছে যে কিনা আমার co-host and যাকে কিনা আমরা নিউ ইয়র্কে টাইম স্কোয়ার বিলবোর্ডে এবছর খুব বড়সড়ভাবে দেখেছি। কেন দেখেছি? That is for his music and that is none other than Muza.
Yo.
Hi Muza.
What's up?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. This is my first time at a radio, so thank you guys.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Even this is my first time on Radio Foorti.
Oh really?
High five.
Shout out to Radio Foorti.
Yeah.
88 FM.
Yes. Nice. Do Foorti.
Do Foorti?
Yeah.
Let's skip that. I don't know about that one.
Why?
Just kidding.
You know you sound like more ASMR type.
ASMR?
Yeah.
Hello,
like that.
what's up, guys? I actually just woke up.
Okay, so recently you were everywhere in the billboards, like in New York, Canada, UK, everywhere. How did you feel about it?
It was an amazing feeling. Less of an artist, more of a Bangladeshi.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, there are other artists like Joya Crook. She's half Bengali.
Yeah.
But she does English music, right?
Okay.
Side and stuff like that. So, as someone to do strictly Bangla music, which I do, like any song you hear of mine, it's just Bangla.
Yeah.
And to have that platform, because when it comes to South Asian Heritage Month, you usually don't see enough representation of Bangladesh.
Right.
So when we talk about South Asian, we always talk about Desi, but never Deshi.
Yeah.
So it feels proud to be a Bangladeshi.
Yeah.
To represent Bangladesh in that platform.
You also have like one album for Sility songs, right? Where you...
Yeah, I do Silty songs, but I don't have an album dedicated to Silty.
You have like one album where you have one Sility song.
I have multiple Silty songs. I have Noya Daman.
Yeah.
I have Aire Bondu for my first album, and Funo Funo for my second album.
Nice. I like the Puno Puno one.
It's a pretty good song.
And I also made you dance on Jumka.
You made my dance in Jumka
for that show.
What a show?
Yeah.
I hate you for that. I hate dancing.
But I like the dance.
What
Okay.
can I say? It was very authentic.
So we all know like you write songs, you produce them, but you also have some hobbies. Like you talk about this. Like, do you want to talk about that?
Yeah. Some of my favorite hobbies is football associated. So before music, my life was all about football.
Okay.
Day and night, football. And when I was younger, I got drafted to go play in Italy to play soccer.
Nice.
Professional soccer.
Okay.
I was like 13, 14. The agent came to my house and they told how like the system works, where you have to be adopted to a family and all that stuff because your family's not with you.
Yeah.
You can't live by yourself as a 13, 14-year-old. So a family over there has to adopt you, and then you have to live under them, and then you do the personal trainings and all that
So
stuff.
did someone adopt you?
No. My mom was like, hell no. Absolutely.
So desi.
Absolutely not. So it was like that kind of just demotivated me from football.
Okay.
Yeah, and then that's how I started my music journey, actually. So football is my biggest hobby. I still play. I love soccer. I play a lot of FIFA. I kick everyone's butt in FIFA. And I picked like the weakest teams.
Okay.
So I picked the weakest teams and I literally destroy everyone.
So FIFA to
FIFA,
music.
football, music, and shopping. I love shopping, and then my newest obsession is candles. That's a hobby of mine. I love
And
candles.
that is my obsession too. Oh my god, I love sales on candles.
Yeah, candles with everything.
Like every time I have like 50 kg and 45 kg is candles.
I am American, and we're the most weirdest people ever. We don't understand kgs, so please speak in pounds, feet.
Oh, I'm so
centimeters,
sorry.
and inches.
I'm so sorry. So I also heard like you have interest on poetry, like you were
Poetry, yeah. It was my first thing when it came to music. I was a writer before anything.
Yeah.
So
From 8 years old?
I'm sorry?
From 8
years old.
Yeah, I heard.
I loved poetry, and ever since I was young.
Yeah.
Being a Bangladeshi, we have like this weird thing because there's culture
Yeah.
and then there's religion.
Right.
And then both things restrict us to so many
many
that
things,
we
yeah.
can do.
Yeah.
The only way to express my emotions in that time was poetry. And I
Nice.
loved poetry.
Yeah.
And it was like a way of me expressing myself. And of course, the ladies did love poems. So
Yeah.
that's
But
a
you
plus.
were in New York, like still you were having these issues, like these cultural issues and everything.
It's even worse because I grew up in a community where it was just like white people. I was
Okay.
like among like one or two other like Bengali, so it was
Yeah.
pretty cool. Guys, this is Muza. If you want to continue watching this amazing interview slash co-host, follow on Facebook Radio Foorti. Don't forget to do Foorti because we all do Foorti.
Yeah.
Bars.
Fine. So, as poetry helped you, right, for getting into music and everything. So, what do you want to say our new generations, who want to get into music and want to write music?
I think for the new generation, when it comes to music, is to find their sound. I think finding your own sound is very important because one thing I realize about Bangladesh, and I've always said this, is that we're always trying to be India.
Okay.
Right? And I think there's nothing wrong with India, there's nothing wrong with Bollywood, but
Yeah.
we're following those people without giving attention to our own creations.
own
There's so
creations.
much creation within our community that I feel like we're not giving enough efforts to bring out. Like, for example, the whole concert things of bringing Indian artists to Bangladesh.
Okay.
Why are we not investing that and giving it a platform to Bangladeshis who are working so hard to get noticed? So I think once you find your own sound, it's much easier to be an artist and to get support because you have your own sound, and everyone's going to come to you and be like, hey, I want your sound.
Yeah.
So creation of sound and finding your own, like, who are you, is more important than following other artists to get noticed.
Don't you think like there is a gap between talent and people who actually care about those talents? Because see you,
Yeah.
you're doing it from New York.
Yeah.
Do you think like you could do the same thing if you're in Bangladesh?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And if a perfect example would be Messi.
Okay.
The man comes from nothing
Yeah.
in Argentina, literally poor. And look where he is today.
Yeah.
It's all mindset, in my
Yeah.
opinion. No matter where you're from, if your mind is, I'm not classically trained, I don't know anything about music. I don't know how to read music, I don't know how to write music, I don't even know what I'm playing.
Yeah.
But I make the creations I make because it
But
comes
then
from
again,
heart.
like your mother didn't allow because she was not, she was not liking the idea that someone will adopt you. So these thoughts doesn't allow you to do more things.
No. Again, it's all mentality, and I believe that everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
Like, একটা বাংলা কথা আছে না, just like কপালে সব কিছু লেখা আছে. Like, I believe in that. Like, everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
And my football career not happening, and me doing music, and here I am today. My parents taking a picture of me in the Times Square board, and
Nice.
feeling so proud of me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if that would have happened in football.
Yeah.
But it happened with music,
Music.
and they're very proud of me. And along with my friends and then the Bangladeshi community, they're also very proud of me, and it feels good that one of us is being represented.
Was it always like this, like from the beginning?
No. My parents absolutely did not want me to make music because music is a workplace where when you watch the news, there's like some scandal about a musician.
Okay.
There's that. And my parents obviously didn't want me to be caught up in that trap. Obviously, our parents want the best for us.
Best
They
for
want
you,
the
yeah.
good for us.
Yeah.
And there's no guarantee of income when it comes to music.
Yeah.
So that's another thing. Like,
But you're doing well now.
I'm doing well, alhamdulillah. Yeah,
Alhamdulillah.
praise to God.
Yeah. Nice. So what's your plan about, next like what you're planning, what new genre you're planning to get into?
Not so much of new genre, but I want to really focus on pop, like the mass.
Yeah.
I want everybody to enjoy my music. Whether we're talking about the rickshaw driver in the Gram
Yeah.
to like some auntie in Gulshan Club.
Yeah.
Like, I want everybody to listen to my music and enjoy it.
Yeah.
Not for the purpose of like all the songs always on,
Yeah.
but for the purpose of enjoying my music. I want actually people like vibe to my music. I like making music that makes people happy.
Nice. Here I want to say something like so when Jhumka released, right, I was obsessing over Jhumka, so I was always listening to it. So I was on a flight, so I was sitting there, I was listening to Jhumka, and someone beside me, like that person, I don't know his ethnicity, he was doing this. So I'm like, is this person grooving in my music? And I actually, he was actually liking the music. Like, I was wearing my AirPods, whatever he could listen, he was just doing this. And I'm like, he's actually liking the music. So I'm like, something nice. Okay, so your music is outstanding. I love
Thank you.
Jhumka. I
Thank
love
you.
Jhumka. Like, I'm a big fan of Jhumka. And when I was telling my friends, like, they were making some plans. So they were like, are you free today? I'm like, no, I have this. And they're like, please tell Muza, we love him. I was like, okay, I'll tell them.
Thank you. I also wanted to say maybe that guy was trying to break the ice with you.
No. It's not like
Got
that.
her.
So did you like encountered this, like when you come to Bangladesh? You don't come often. Like, do you come often?
When I first came, so
Yeah.
let me tell you, like, one thing I'm very grateful about in my life is that when I first came to Bangladesh,
Yeah.
I still remember my mom didn't want me to come to Dhaka alone. Sharaf had to talk to my mom. Basically, Sharaf is the head of Kinetic Music.
Okay.
He had to be like, Auntie, don't worry. There's going to be 4 or 5 people with Muza at all times. You'll be safe. Because safety is a huge concern. I'm the only son in my family.
Yeah.
I'm the eldest in my family. Regardless of that, I'm like still mama's boy, you know? So when I first came to Bangladesh, I was known as the artist. I was known as the guy that sang Bondure. That was my identity.
Yeah.
I was known as the guy that sang Bondure.
Yeah.
Today, no one can say that. And that's because when I first came here, I was like, I don't want to be known as the guy that just sings Bondure. That's not who I am. I want to be known as Muza,
Yeah.
the guy who makes music that everyone can enjoy.
Yeah.
So from when I first came here to now, I literally am getting looks. People recording me on the street, like people taking pictures with me. Yesterday in Sylhet,
Yeah.
when we were in Sylhet, like we were just eating at a restaurant, and then the kids that were working there noticed me, and I was just like, oh my god. So
They're so proud because
no, of course I feel proud. Like I had a
no, they're also proud. Like,
absolutely,
yeah.
absolutely to have a new identity in music. I would say like
Yeah.
there's sounds of so many generations. Like,
And one thing is very significant about you is like either you speak English or you speak Sylheti.
I can speak Bishuddha Bangla. I'm not good at it, but আমি তো কথা বলতে পারি.
Yeah.
I did that with an accent just to be funny, but
Yeah, nice.
আমি বাংলা বলতে পারি.
So, do you have any plan, like, a lot of Bangladeshi people, like young generation, they want to get into music, but they don't know the direction, like from where to start, how to start, whom to follow. So, do you have any plans for them, like, to direct them or?
My best advice is www.youtube.com. It literally teaches you everything and anything. I started with GarageBand. Like, you buy any Apple computer, it comes with free GarageBand.
Yeah.
If you can't afford that, there's Fruity Loops, which for like PCs, free. Music for me is not about the equipment that you have.
Yeah.
It's about the feeling of sound that you have. You know? Like one melody would sound good in this sound, but it could sound 10 times better in this sound.
How did you grow this feeling? Like, how do you get into
I
this?
grew up listening to pop music, and I was like, why are these songs always being played? There's a reason. Like, growing up, I used to listen to I Got a Feeling That Tonight's Gonna Be. Every single time I'd get in the car, that song would play, and I'd be like, why?
Yeah.
It's because of the sounds they selected, the
yeah.
melodies they selected, the words they say. Those are, like, crucial aspects, like, in music. Everything, like frequencies, like there's scientific research about this. Like they all play a part when it comes to creating music. Like these sounds are like impactful to your brain.
Right. So, did you ever feel like apart from music and football, you can do something else?
I love fashion.
You love fashion?
I love fashion.
We can see that.
I love going shopping all the time. I'm like shopping. My mom hates it, but I'm like shopping all the time. I'm like a huge sneakerhead. I have lots of sneakers. Just in Dhaka, I bought like 15 pairs of sneakers for like a 2-week trip because I'm like.
You bought it from Dhaka?
I'm sorry?
You bought it from Dhaka?
No. I brought it in the suitcase with me. So
okay.
anybody tells me, can you bring this with me? I'm like, sorry, my sneakers are my heart. I can't bring anything for you guys. I love sneakers.
Acha, before that, let's go back to on air. সো যারা যারা আমাদের সাথে এতক্ষণ টিউন ইন করেছিলেন না, ফর দেম আমি বলতে চাই যে আমি আর মুজা কিন্তু আছি, ফেসবুকেও লাইভ আছি। সো আপনারা চাইলে আমাদেরকে ফেসবুকেও দেখতে পারেন অ্যান্ড অলসো টিউন ইন করতে পারেন রেডিও 48 FM এ। অ্যান্ড আমরা কথা বলছি মিউজিক নিয়ে, হাউ হি সেলিব্রেটেড হিজ মিউজিক অ্যান্ড হিজ অ্যাচিভমেন্টস অন গ্লোবাল লেভেল। সো হুজ ইউর টার্গেট, টিজি?
My TG is, according to my statistics, is it's college women in the age of
Also, Gulshan aunties
Gulshan aunties pulled through.
with nice moves.
Yeah, they got moves for sure. But that's my TG is basically the youth.
Yeah.
Youth, but I don't want to limit it to the youth because when it comes to enjoying music, you don't need an age.
Yeah.
Anyone from any age can enjoy music. And
But initially, did you had any?
yeah, it was just basically the youth. I want to create music for people our age that can enjoy at a wedding.
How do you know I'm from your age?
I just assumed. I'm sorry for my assumption. Are we the same? Are you what year were you? I won't ask how old you are. What year were you born?
I don't want to tell you that.
Okay, you don't have to tell me that. We'll just go on to the next topic.
Yeah, next topic.
Okay.
And that is, so we know all the contents nowadays are short. Like everyone is moving to reels. Like our we only connect to short span things. So how do you see it in music? Like, is it getting difficult for you, like musical contents and everything?
No, I don't think. I don't think it's getting.
It's not affecting you?
It's not affecting me because it's like when you have good music, people want to use it. Like people, when you give them good beats, good sounds, people want to use that in their reels, and it's, if anything, it's benefiting me. And it's like TikTok
Also,
had a huge influence.
Yeah, also you can use, like, they can use your, popular song for their TikTok and everything. So that's good for you,
the amount of TikToks I've seen with guys in slow-mo going, I'm just like, God, why did I make this song?
Do you regret making it?
No, absolutely not. It's just like, like, why are you tagging me? Put it up. I don't want to see that as soon as I wake up in the morning. It's like, someone tagged you in something. And I'm just like...
That's also love.
It is love.
Yeah, there's
Not
different
my
love.
type of love. If a girl tagged me, it's like, then it's cool, but...
But they think, like, you're from New York, so they think otherwise.
I love every single one.
So you have a different style, starting from your, appearance to your music. So how do you stand out, like, in Bangladeshi music platform?
I think less about genres, and then going back to sound again.
Okay.
Like, some people, when it comes to rock, it's like, that's not a rock guitar, that's not a rock drum, that's not a rock bass pattern, all that. I don't think about any of that. For me, it's like, what sounds good?
Yeah.
If I use these drums, like, I would sit for hours and hours just selecting one clap, like, just listening to like 10,000 different claps, seeing which one sounds the best, and then I'll pick that clap. For me, it's like, what's gonna make the song the best thing?
Yeah.
That's what's like, for me, it's like, I stand out with my music. It's like my selection. Like for chumka, I could have used a mandolin, but I used a dotara.
Yeah.
I could have used any type of bass, but I used that specific bass that I use, specific chords that I use. It's all about the feel of the song.
So that dotara tal came from there?
Yes, because the instrument we were using was a dotara, and Zephyr was like, oh, what if we said dotara, tara, tara, and I was just like...
So, right now, like, if we see, everyone is a content creator, mostly. Like, even a shopkeeper, he is also making TikToks and everything. So everything is digital. So how do you see this, like, in this era of digital content, music, or something very authentic? Do you think, like, everything is... what do you think about music and its authenticity on digital platform?
I'm not understanding the base of the question, but in terms of like people having a platform to be themselves, no matter what, I think is a world itself. It's a freedom itself. Like, yes, there's a bad side of all these things, but there's also a good side. You find good things and then you find bad things, but it always comes down to, what are you looking for? Are you looking for the good things, or are you looking for the bad things?
You got my question, like, that was I saying. But everyone is making music, like...
Yes, to everyone making music, thank you for making music, but some people should not make music. And I don't mean that in a mean way. I mean that in the nicest way possible, because it comes down to, again, the people you're surrounded by, right? Me as a producer and a musician, if somebody's singing badly,
Yeah.
the least I can do is be honest with them and tell them, bro, like,
You should.
it's not working out.
Yeah.
Like, you shouldn't. Maybe practice more.
Yeah.
I wouldn't tell them go on, because then they go into this stage where they release music and they're like, why am I getting bullied? You know? Oh, maybe it's not working out. Like, you know, and
Yeah.
then they get into this mental breakdown, this depression stage and all that stuff and all that. It can be stopped.
Do you really think they go through depression? Because I
Absolutely.
think they know.
I go through depression, and I'm a successful artist. Depression is a common thing amongst humans, and
Okay.
I think that should be a highlight.
No, I'm being specific about those people, like who know
absolutely.
they're doing wrong.
Absolutely. Every single person, no matter what, how successful they are, or anything, every single human being in this world goes through a depressive state.
And so, why do you feel depressed?
Why do I feel depressed?
Yeah, you have everything.
Life is a balance. You can't be like Foorti all the time. You need a little.
Yeah.
Happens. It's normal. You're telling me you don't get depressed?
Sometimes, yeah.
Exactly. It's normal, and there's nothing wrong with getting depressed.
Yeah.
And depression is my fire.
Yeah.
It's my ignition. Like, depression is what got me to become a stronger human being.
No, the healthy one is fine. Like, I also have like healthy depression. I guess you also have the healthy depression, but then there is a line. People get into depression and they almost like kill themselves, and they get into a very dark zone. So, you know, did you ever get into that zone?
I never got into the zone where I wanted to self-harm myself or think about these thoughts. I've got into the zone where, like, I didn't want to do music for a while.
Okay.
But then the thought of, like, my drive is my mom and dad.
Yeah.
Like, that's my drive.
Yeah.
So anytime I get depressed, I count my blessings. My biggest.
Was it for music? Like, was it for music? Like, you were absent. Like, you didn't want to.
I did. There was a while where I just didn't want to make music. I was just not feeling it, because it comes down to the vibes.
Yeah.
I wasn't feeling the vibes, and I didn't know what kind of music to do. I didn't know what was I gonna do.
Yeah.
My biggest struggle in the beginning, when it came to music, was how am I gonna get out of the shadow of Bondure?
Yeah.
That was like my biggest struggle, because Muza, yeah, he just has Bondure.
Yeah.
I know, it's just like, it irritated me. I'm like very competitive, so if I find the smallest thing to irritate me, I love proving people wrong. That's my favorite part. I just love proving people wrong.
You did
So
well.
yeah, so after Bondure, I made Noya Dama, and then
Yeah.
people were like, oh, that's not your song, and I was like, all right, cool. And then I did China China,
Yeah.
and then they were like, oh, you always do folk, and I was like, okay, Benny Kule.
Very cool.
And I was like, oh, that's what Habib Wahid.
Yeah.
Keep talking.
Yeah, keep talking, Les. So, you know, you turn depression into something really.
Absolutely, and I think everyone should do that.
Yeah.
They should take the pain and struggles within them and use that to, like, you know, as like wood to the fire.
yeah.
And just boom,
Right.
motivate them. It's not easy to do. It's like really hard to do, but mentally you have to be strong, and you have to find like what is your purpose in life.
No.
My purpose in life is making sure that my mom and dad are at their most comfort, and everything that my mom wanted to do that never got the chance, and my dad wanted to do that he never got the chance. I want to be the reason that they get to do it. So that's my drive.
Such a good kid.
Thank you.
I'm so proud of you.
I think I'm proud of myself too, and every single person should be proud of themselves. And whoever is listening to this right now, I don't think if anyone has told you yet, if anyone hasn't told you yet, but me, Muza, I am very proud of you at what you're doing right now, and never give up.
Very nice.
Thank
Very,
you.
very heartwarming.
Thank you.
So nice to have you. So all these people who are following you now, they have some expectation from you, you know, that you're gonna be somewhere in next 5 years or 10 years. So where do you see yourself in 10 years?
It's less of where I see myself and more of where I see Bangladesh in the music scene.
Okay.
Because one thing I've said since the beginning when I started making music, specifically Bangla music, is why are we not at the level of where K-pop is? Why are we not at the level of where Bollywood is? Afrobeat is? That's where I want it. Where I want Bangla music in the next 5-10 years is. We have the population, 8th largest populated country, 7th largest populated country, 8th most spoken language in the world.
Yeah.
If we come together, we can literally pushed
Push.
Bangla music so far.
Yeah.
Like, no matter where you go around the world, BTS. No matter where you go around the world, baby, calm down.
Yeah.
Why can we not do that with Bangla music?
Right.
I want other people to enjoy it. I want people to embrace it. I want people to really feel the vibes. I want to compete with Bollywood. I love Bollywood, and I love the movies, and I love the music and all that, but I want Bangladeshi songs, Bangla songs, to go up to that stage where Bollywood is like, you know what? For our song, we're gonna use it. For this video, we're gonna use a Bangla song.
I feel like you have achieved something from there. Like this Jhumka, this is everywhere. All the wedding, Hollywood and everywhere. Now, whenever we used to think about Hollywood, there is like some Hindi song, like
Yeah.
a list of Hindi song. So now, even there is Hindi song, we have Jhumka. Like that is a big achievement. Like in Hollywood, we can at least dance on one Bangla nice song.
Yeah, I mean that's the goal.
Yeah.
It's like growing up, I used to hate the wedding scene.
Yeah.
'Cause you used to go to Bangla wedding and they would play Hindi music, and you're like, wait, am I at a Hindi wedding, like Indian wedding?
We feel
they
like
didn't have
some
that
Bollywood
option.
movie.
Yeah.
Some Bollywood movie is
Exactly.
happening. At least now some Bangla movie is happening.
Exactly.
Great achievement.
Exactly.
Nice.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks to you. Like you made this happen for us.
Actually, thanks to Sharaf. If it wasn't for Sharaf,
Yeah.
I would not have done Bangla music. He was the guy who told me to do Bangla music. He's like, try Bangla, and that's how Bondure happened.
So, how did you guys came up with this?
So when I was struggling with my American music side, then I was like, okay, there was.
So
Mickey Singh.
initially you wanted
I
to start.
started at the American
Yeah.
market. I was doing English stuff.
Yeah.
And it was getting harder and harder. And then I was like, oh wait, this kid Mickey Singh, he was doing it. Zach and I, and they were doing Indian stuff.
Okay.
I didn't know too much about Bangla music except Habib Bhai, Fuad Bhai.
Okay.
That's all I knew when it came to Bangla music, because their songs would play internationally.
Okay.
Like when I was in the U.S., their songs would play, and I was like, oh my god, this is good. And then I saw like Mickey Singh and all that, so I did my first demo. It was a Hindi song. It's called Kala Chashma. It was like Google translated because I didn't know how to speak that well Hindi.
Yeah.
It's from like movies and stuff.
Yeah.
And then I was looking at different labels. Indian labels wouldn't take it, so then I looked at Bangla labels. And then I was looking at different Bangla labels and messaging every single label. And then I saw in one of Habib Bhai's video, Kinetic Music.
Okay.
And then I got Kinetic's information and I submit that demo. And then they signed my first song, which was Kala Chashma.
Yeah.
And after that, he was like, you should do stuff in Bangla. Try it at least. Just give it one try.
Okay.
And then I was like, all right, bro. And then I sent him different demos and it wasn't working out. And then one day he sent me the first beat to Bundure.
Nice.
And I remember I had a weekend job and I was going to college. And there was no customers that day. Because I was admin for a real estate company. And I was just sitting there and I was like, what can I do? And then I just put my headphones on and I just started writing. And in 20 minutes we had Bundure. I wrote it, and then I sent it to him, and then he was like,
Nice.
Sharaf will never give you compliments, so if he says, this has potential, that means it's good.
Nice.
That's the best compliment you'll get
Yeah,
from Sharaf.
yeah.
This has potential. He'll never say like, wow, it's good. This has potential.
Nice.
Okay, finish it.
Yeah.
Done. And that was Bondure, and then since then, he's been guiding me with Bangla music.
Yeah.
He's been helping me figure out how we can push it more and more and more and more.
Yeah.
So huge credit to Sharaf. And again, if it wasn't for him, I don't think I would have done Bangla music.
Yeah. Thanks to Sharaf.
Yes, guys, thanks to Sharaf.
Yeah. So, growing up, you haven't heard any of this Bengali veteran musician or anyone?
No, there's like, and I don't mean that in a disrespectful way.
Yeah, of
I
course.
come from a place where I'm listening to pop music. My
Yeah.
neighbors are all white.
Yeah.
You know, Bangla music was only played in my house. Like my mom and dad always used to watch natoks.
Okay.
Like that's how I learned how to speak Shuddha. It's because my mom and dad would always watch natoks, and then I
Okay.
would pick up. And Humayun Ahmed was like a huge favorite amongst even me. I loved Humayun Ahmed natoks growing up.
Which one?
Tara Tinjon was my favorite, and then the other one
I
was,
thought you wouldn't be able to say a name.
oh no, Jamunar Jul Dekhte Kalo. Which other one? It's Ude Jai Bok Paki.
Ude Jai Bok Paki,
series.
right, yeah.
I know a lot.
Nice. So, who's your favorite actress like back then?
Back then,
Yeah.
actress.
Yeah.
I didn't know many actresses back then. Like I used to watch Bangla cinema growing up, but just for laughs.
Okay.
Like, because it would be the same storyline, and some uncle would die of a heart attack, and it would be the same uncle that died with a heart attack.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, why is it this one uncle? But my mom used to say that I used to love watching Manna.
Yeah.
Like growing up, like his films. My mom told me. I don't remember, but
Yeah.
Amma Jan, I remember that song. So yeah, I think that was my favorite actor.
Did you like that song, Amma Jan, Amma Jan?
Amma Jan,
Amma Jan.
Yeah, of course I like that song.
You like that?
Yeah, I'm a mama's boy. Why would I not like that song?
Okay, nice. So now, do you follow anyone from Bangladesh, like on music, apart from
In
Fuad
music,
Bhai or
there's
Habib
so
Bhai?
many talented artists
Yeah.
now. It's unbelievable. So many talented. Zephyr's doing amazing right now
Yeah.
in the music scene. Then we have like my brothers, Master D, Sanjoy. That kid is phenomenal. And the craziest part is a lot of Bangladeshis don't know about him that he's Bengali. He's actually Sylheti. I'm Sylheti too. And this kid, a Bangladeshi, worked with Guru Randwa on a full album. A Bangladeshi worked with Yo-Yo Honey Singh, worked with like all a T-series and all these big people like Kapil Sharma. Is like he just did a remix for Basuri with Arjit Singh. He's a Bangladeshi, and
Yes.
people don't celebrate him. They don't know about him. That's just the saddest part, and it like really breaks me and it hurts me. And I'm just like, wow, this kid is putting his heart and soul into that, and then not getting any love from Bangladesh. It's really sad.
So you have,
Was?
oh yeah, I knew.
You know Sanjay?
Yeah.
Shout out to Santa.
So you have access to it. Like people doesn't know him, but you're here. You're celebrating music. You're celebrating music in Bangladesh and New York and everywhere all around the globe. So don't you think like people who are doing really good work but not getting focused? People who are getting focused, they should come up and celebrate them as well, doing something, bringing them, collaborating
Absolutely.
with
That's
them.
Right. That's what we're doing. So the reason I have a song with Sanjoy.
Okay.
Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
There's the problem right there.
Yeah.
It's called Chup Chup Taki.
Okay.
It's a song I did with Sanjoy. It was more of a sad song. It wasn't really a happy song. And then Sanjoy was doing his thing, and I was doing my thing.
Okay.
We were in different parts of the world.
Yeah.
So he's focused on his career, I'm focused on my career.
Yeah.
So there was like no communication between us and all that, and we were just doing different things in different times.
Yeah.
That's why I'm here where I am today, and he's there where he is today, because we were both focused on our journey.
Our journey.
And now that we came back together again, obviously we have like so much work together. We're doing so many things together, and inshallah we'll both do a concert together.
Here in Bangladesh?
In Bangladesh, yeah,
Nice.
hopefully, you wait till you see him. He's recently doing
Do
a
I
concert.
get a free ticket?
Sandra, does she get a free ticket?
I got a nice smile.
She has a nice smile. Can you just do this and be like Sandra? Maybe he'll give you a ticket.
Please refer this.
I will refer this to Sandra.
Sure. It's really nice to see like how you bring your friends or colleagues who are around you. Do you think like this practice is less in Bangladesh? Like,
I'm sorry?
it's really nice to see like how you bring your friends and their work and acknowledgement and everything. But do you think like in Bangladeshi artists, mainstream Bangladeshi artists, do they practice less like this? Appreciating your colleague.
There's like one thing I realized about Bangladesh being here, is like there's a huge like ego problem here, like very big ego problem.
Yeah.
Like people have a comfort zone,
Yeah.
and they don't want to get out.
Get out of that. Yeah.
And it's really dumb. It's like, as artists, we should celebrate each other.
Yeah.
We should help each other. We should collaborate with each other.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to take a back seat.
Yeah.
And that's one thing Sharaf taught me. It's like sometimes you have to take a back seat. Because I remember the track that Chile Tumi Bhul
Yeah.
with Shahtaj. I wanted to do a verse, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, you know what? Shahtaj doesn't have her like first single.
Yeah.
You should give this single to her.
Yeah.
You should help push the community.
Yeah.
You should do your part and let her have this, like, this song.
Yeah.
And don't worry, like, obviously you're still the producer and all
Yeah.
that stuff.
Yeah.
But the only way to grow the community is to help each other.
Help each other, right?
So that's when I realized, you know what, let me take a step back and do my role as a producer.
Yeah.
That's why we did Chile Tumi Bhul, Hey Proyojon. And, you know, like, it's about taking a step back sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, people know me. Like,
Yeah.
they'll eventually know me. They'll know who I am, what I do.
Yeah.
But sometimes you just have to take a step back and help other people. Because when there's more people in the market,
Yeah.
you know, that's good for the community. That's what's going to bring more positivity, more music. And, you know, I'm grateful that he gave me such feedback. Because I was able to, like, for 1 second, turn off my ego and be like, you know what? If I'm so about the community, so about Bangladesh, the least I can do is take a seat back, take a step back.
So do you think like your friends appreciate it, or the colleagues you are working?
Absolutely. I love helping my community. I love, like, I have 2 more songs with Zephyr that I'm working on right now.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, dude, sing it. Your voice sounds good at this
Yeah.
part. I'll do my part here and all that. It's really about respecting each other's artistry, respecting
Nice.
each other's sound, and being like, you know what, it's okay. I'm still. You don't lose yourself helping other people.
Other people, right?
Like, there's nobody's like, oh, no, Muza is just no longer Muza.
Yeah.
Sometimes we create these thoughts in our head,
Yeah.
and it's only us creating these thoughts.
Yeah.
Nobody says that.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, when you go on Instagram and you do the questions, like, so many people have asked me. When people said that no one asked them. They just want to really answer that question. No one's really asked them. It's like they create these scenery in their
Yeah,
head.
in their own head. Right. So by this, we know that you have 2 more songs coming with Zephyr.
Absolutely, I have 2 more songs coming with Zephyr.
And when is that?
Not anytime soon, but hopefully soon.
Anything this year?
Yeah, so much music this year. I have a lot of songs. I'm trying to release like 1 song every other month this year.
Really?
Yeah.
Also?
My next one is coming out with Mumsy.
Okay.
Oh, shout out to that guy, man. That guy was the first Bengali to have made it into the British billboards.
Yeah.
Bengali to make it into
Yeah.
British billboards. He's so amazing. You know, in Tumi Jayona,
Yeah.
everybody thought it was Sean Paul, but no, the brother was Bengali.
Yeah.
He was Bengali.
Yeah.
That's
I got so
amazing.
many requests, like, you know, every time I used to open my, you know, this chat box in the morning, everyone is like, just play Tumi Jayona, Tumi Jayona. And it's like every hour there are like 300, 400 requests for 1 song. And that was for 1 year, legit 1 year. And I'm like,
Hey, you can't mention Tumi Jayona without mentioning Master D. What
Yeah.
a brilliant artist. That guy is the reason that there was this urban Bangla genre.
Yeah.
You know, he was the first to make the English Bangla thing and all that. An amazing song, amazing artist, and he could have stayed in the Hindi platform like
Yeah.
Terane Shah and all that.
Yeah.
But he chose to do Bangla, and that's showing so much love to Bangladesh
Yeah.
and so much support to Bangladesh. So huge shout out to Master D. He's such a
Master D,
talented
right.
guy and gave us so many bangers, and I feel proud to call these people my friends. And I also have songs coming out with Nish, amazing artist, amazing, and he battled through such leukemia, I believe it was. Like, he battled through that and still is a musician, and that takes so much strength, you know? He has such a strong driving force and super humble, super talented. All these guys I can just name forever. There's, like, at the camp, can you believe it? We have a Bangladeshi that no one knows about. He wrote a song for the Chainsmokers.
who's that?
That's crazy, right? There's so many talented Bengalis that we don't know about.
Yeah. You should tell the name.
You guys want to really know the name? I was
Yeah.
gonna tell the name anyways, but I just wanted to create that. Wait, what? His name is Nirob Islam.
Nero Islam.
This is all we know. He wrote that song for the Chainsmokers, and he's Bengali, hometown of Borisha. Like, that's crazy. The guy is Bengali and he wrote a song for the Chainsmokers. There's so much talent but not getting enough recognition, and that's the most saddest part. People talk about, like, you know, like, being good human beings, you know? And being good human beings is not about being biased,
Yeah.
being favorable of one community and not. That's why when Silitis tell me, like, you're Siliti, you're not Bengali, I'm just like, wow, how does that even
No, it
make
doesn't work like
sense?
that.
Like, that's a district. That's like me saying I'm not American, I'm New Yorkan.
This is like something I'm hearing for the first time. Like, you're Siliti, you're
Dude,
not
in my
Bangladeshi.
comment section is the most craziest thing. It's just like, you're not Siliti, you're Bengali. Where is Silit? Please, somebody tell me. Where is Sylhet? It's in Bangladesh. Sylhet is in Bangladesh. And we should stop doing this like Sylheti, Borishal, Noakhali, whatever it is, and celebrate Bangladesh as a whole. Like, people need to stop doing that. It's like, yes, that's your hometown. 100%. Don't get me wrong. This is where you come from.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, no matter what, we'll always be able to understand each other
Yeah.
because it's all Bangla, but just different dialects.
Can you guess from where I belong to?
How could I have guessed that? I haven't even heard you speak Bangla, so how can I guess that?
আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে
So, Tigate. No, that's so hard. As like, I think
Do you know all the dialect, like, Bengali dialects?
I
From
know
all the
that,
areas.
Like Noakhali, Borishal, Jadgai,
Okay.
Sylheti, Momishing. Yeah, they're like Kaisen, Aisen. Yeah, the thing. Yeah.
For your music, right?
For my music.
Yeah.
What?
Like,
No, I know because my family watches a lot of natoks.
okay, then again. So you couldn't guess, right?
For some reason you give me Chadgai vibes. Are you Chadgai?
Yes, I am.
That's how you know I'm a true Bengali. Woo! I'm too good. This was not scripted.
What?
I am too good. You do give me Chadgai vibes.
How? What?
One thing I noticed about Chadgai women is like
Thank you.
they are very pretty, yes, but they're very mean in a nice way. That's what I realized about Chadgai women. It's like
No,
they're
I'm not
but in a
mean.
nice
Something
way.
doesn't
There's
add up.
There's something
Doesn't add up, so I spoke about it.
No, they're mean, but in a nice way. Like they're like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like, when you watch Bollywood movies and like the girl tomake patta dittese na, but deep down, like she wants to give you patta but doesn't give you patta.
That's not mean.
That's Chadgai women.
আপনারা যারা যারা আমাদের সাথে কানেক্ট করতে চান চলে যেতে পারেন রেডিও 4088 FM এ এন্ড অলসো আপনারা আমাদেরকে ফলো করতে পারেন ফেসবুকে সেখানে কিন্তু আমরা লাইভ আছি মি এন্ড মুজা সো মুজা
Yes.
last thing, if you could or if you can, collab with any international artist, who would you pick?
Growing up, I was a huge Chris Brown fan.
Okay.
So if I can get Chris Brown in a Bangla song, game over. If I can get Drake on a Bangla song,
Yeah.
I would die a happy man. If I can get Lil Uzi Vert on a folk Bangla song, or the Migos, because they're like triplet formats. It's like walk it like a talk it. It's like very like triplet format.
Yeah.
You can do triplet stuff. I would be the happiest man alive. Like like I wouldn't even have to get married if those people collabed on a Bangla song.
So something
Yeah.
things about you
Yeah.
really doesn't add up.
And
I
that's
have
the
to
best
say-
part. That's the best part. That's the best part when things don't add up about you. That's when people love you more. Just like, doesn't make sense, but yes.
So that's your USP.
I thought my unique selling point was the fact that I have one cut in my eyebrow. But
How?
who else has one cut in their eyebrow in the Bangladesh market?
So you did it intentionally?
Yeah, this is intentionally. What do you think? A cat scratched me here?
I thought. Sorry, but thank
I think
you.
we just need to come to a conclusion because
Yeah.
this was really fun. Thank
Yeah.
you to Radio Foorti, 88 FM. I
Yeah.
appreciate you having me. You've been an amazing host. And next time, don't be so nervous. It's okay.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
I know.
Always be confident and believe in yourself.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you everyone for listening to us. We had a great show, right, Muza?
Yes, that was amazing and fun, and you've been
Yeah.
an amazing host.
So
and
do you.
Super nice.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks to you too. Okay, so thanks for tuning into Radio Foorti 88 FM. And for today, we are saying goodbye, but keep listening to Radio Foorti 88 FM and do Foorti.
Do Foorti, guys. Remember, this is an exclusive interview only on Radio Foorti 88 FM. Peace.